Today I'm not going to be logging everything, but unlike my others, this is going to be a little bit of a break in the story and something interesting I want to know. Around 6 to 7 p.m. today, I went to go eat Jack in the Box. Not the best place to consume food, but I made it a little healthier by eating a little teriyaki bowl without sauce and a salad with no dressing. So most of the time it went well. My car did have issues since I didn't have a balance on one, so I had to use the other. I chose to go instead of eating in because I wanted an extra bag that I could use for future grocery trips. Coincidentally enough, I took enough time drinking diet soda and eating food, and that in the restaurant that about 30 minutes later, as I was leaving in my bicycle, I saw what I thought was a family, two kids, a mom and a dad. I tried to talk to them, but unironically, since I talk at much lower frequency, they came closer and I asked them, "Are you guys family?" And they said yes, but like a group. Keep in mind, as I was leaving, they were staring at me, so I decided to call out to them. I believe my lack of loud speaking skills accidentally brought them in closer, and so a conversation ensued. The exact opposite that I wanted to, because I just wanted to head home. And I realized, oh my gosh, I just got into a side quest interaction. We had what seemed to be a tense standoff, but a calm conversation because I think the first mistake I made was asking them for their Instagram because I was in a hurry, but asking that question grew the conversation more. They asked if I was like around here, and I said yes. I joked that I was sneaking out, and they called me like a naughty boy. But I didn't sneak out. I don't sneak out for parties. Just saying that out there. Most of it went well. The conversation had a flow, even though I asked most of the questions. Of course, they assumed that I was Asian, and they were right. They asked me what type of Asian. Am I a Masian, which is a Mexican Asian or something else? Really odd questions, but it went well for most of the time. They made the hood joke saying that they're the streets and that they're just roaming around. But when I asked the question of where they're from or what school they're from, they went kind of interesting. So apparently they said they're expelled from the high school that I was in. One out of the three girls and one boy said that apparently someone told on them for something. They got in trouble in relation to someone whose role is unknown in this here. Apparently their name was Layla or something similar to Ella. Or, I don't know who it is. There are a ton of Laylas at my school, so something was going on is what I can infer with this Ella or Layla. And the girl that I was talking to then has an Arabic sounding pronunciation, especially with the letters too. When I added their Instagram, I believe they probably blocked me. So apparently, what I heard for the other boy this time, remember that I do have to censor details for their own security, is that when the boy was still in my school, he was doing something naughty while at the benches during what I assume some sort of event or maybe during a class outside. And then his boyfriend came in to assist him with doing the naughty things. And then security came in and whooshed them out. Then they got expelled later on. Now, I don't know if this is true for all I know. I really do not think the school would expel someone for that, at least not yet without other confounding details. So it must have been a catalyst to the expulsion. And when it comes to events like this, I was wondering what is behind this. What events led up to it? Who was the name of the security guard? Was it long ago, or was it during my freshman time, just a year ago? I only got one Instagram, but they blocked me, I believe, so I'll check that out later. Later on, as the conversation naturally lost momentum, they decided to skedaddle and get liquor for themselves. And so as they were leaving, I told them my name, and it was a nickname of Adrienne, but they ended up calling me Asian instead, which was kind of funny though. But I falsely assumed that they're going to the fast food place, but it wasn't true at all. So they're actually going to get liquor. So they went to get, well, liquor. They said they got drunk yesterday, and they also asked me if I did the same. I just said no. And more questions occur for me is that why are they doing it? What are they trying to do? Or are they just like regular drinkers generally? Obviously, I told them to get me symbolic liquor. Bye. Just symbolically, not actually asking for it though. Now, because today, I would call this like the legend of the liquor, the legend of the Wanderer group, because one boy did the devious lick but to themselves while in school, and obviously drink liquor, and the Wanderer, because we literally don't even know their origins at this point at all. I won't mythologize them completely since they're still people, but there's always like missing information that we may know or not want to know at all. A lot of people would ask me why air out a conversation like this. Well, I won't let out the personal details recklessly, only the structural ones to retain questioning mind and neutrality, because it's an example of how me not speaking loud enough to them actually led to a conversation, which is the exact opposite. I just want to bike home, but it's okay. It's also an example of unknown origins, and a lot of people crave the unknown. A big question that I have emotionally about that is that how do you find a boyfriend? High school friend groups, as I infers that they're inherently fragmented. Obviously, there'll be boyfriends and girlfriends within friend groups, but within the outsides. I mean, how did he do it? How did he manage to get one? If he has one, then why don't I have a girlfriend at this point of time now? And how did that in their years form all the way to now, where they were expelled and then maybe graduate elsewhere, now buying liquor? There's a lot of missing information. It's also another idea that my constant desire to talk with new people can lead to interactions in many places. For many reasons, I know I should not interact with people in the dark, obviously, since it was around 7 p.m. this time. For now, I would call this the legend of the liquor and the wanderer, because it delves into a realm of humanity that I have not yet discovered, but know now that it exists and that it is complex. And how did one get expelled for doing something naughty at school and then resort to drinks now? There's a lot of missing information and complexity. There's a lot of stuff that sometimes I think that maybe these conversations I shouldn't remember. But maybe I'm not supposed to know. Maybe I'm only supposed to keep it as a footnote of memory and keep its receipts.